Hey everybody. So I decided to write a video, or to write. I decided to do a video to do a response to this week's assignment. Um, I've read this book over the summer, and so It was still a very good refresher to some of the lessons that we picked up as we were preparing for our comprehensive exams. Um, I will say that as much as I like the idea of writing, very much I agree with what was said in the book that I have a very hard time considering myself an academic writer. Um, I take very seriously what the author said about, this is what we're doing, and because of that, I should consider myself an academic writer. But the nature of my job and the things that I have going on from day to day make it really hard for me to sort of to create that quiet time and that space that I need to really focus on writing. So I like the idea of this course, and I like the idea of creating space and time for myself to focus on my work because frankly, I'm going through the comprehensive exam process now, and as stressful as it is, I think that this work and using the models that and exercises that are here will definitely help me as I force myself to do the work. Um, One of the biggest challenges that I have is cutting myself off from outside distractions. And one of the things that I did even before Christmas was I set up my own writing log, and it had the dates, and it had times, and it had specific outcomes that I wanted to achieve, and notes that I took. And I think I stuck to it for about a week, and then the holidays came, and it just fell completely off the rails. And so one of the things that I want to get back to is trying to do that. Um, for some reason, I'm one of those people that's really connected to my phone and my email and social media, and I'm always posting and I'm always doing things. And so those are distractions. Um, but I also, on a typical day, I may get home from my full work day, maybe around 8 or 9 o'clock, and have dinner. And so by the time I'm sitting down to do the writing during the week, it can be easily 10 o'clock at night. And after a full work day, the last thing you want to do is think about, what author said, what about qualitative research theories. And so that's my biggest challenge on top of balancing, home life. And I think everybody, all of us have those challenges in one shape or form. Um, so the structures that I try to put in place, and like I said, the accountability of having a log, I think it's helpful. It's just after a certain point, you just got to kind of sit down and do the work. Um, I luckily have a group of classmates that has kind of taken that on as holding me accountable to making sure that I'm doing my work. I try to post, how I'm feeling about my writing and, the ideas. And even if I spend the time just organizing my files and reading through a journal article, that I think will count because when I actually do start, so the next thing is just spending the time now doing the writing. And so, if we look at the exercises, what my goal at this point will be is to kind of follow each one of the exercises step by step and just rebuild my habit of writing. And 15 minutes a day, I think I can come up with. It's just, like I said, making sure that in that time, I'm not distracted by the latest tweets or, one of my kids running through, with a flaming donut or something like that. Who knows? But if I can create that space, I think I can actually get things done. And I think once I start feeling that momentum and I feel more comfortable with my work, I'll be much more likely to continue that process. Um, I like the idea of being an academic writer and publishing work. It's just like I said, what's in the book. It's really thinking of yourself that way and then just continuing to do the work and holding yourself accountable. And I think that's really the hardest part for me in this process. So I think what I'll do is I'll share this video, but I'll also share, if I can, I'll share the log that I've created and how much progress I've made so far. But I'm also going to try to see if I can get back to that, and maybe I'll just continue to update everybody on how it's going. So anyway, I love this book. I love the exercises. I'm just not sure I'll be able to keep up with them all, but we'll see.